Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our Weight Loss Wednesday. Oh, it is going to be a great evening. It's going to be a wonderful Zoom. My name is Lori Ferraro, and I am zooming in from Boise, Idaho. I am a wife, I'm a mom, I'm a Mimo. I've been married to my husband Greg for 33 years. We have two beautiful daughters. We have two great son-in-laws, and we have three beautiful bouncing baby grandbabies, baby boys, bouncing baby boys, three of them. And they are just such a joy for us. We have so much fun with our family and so much fun with those little grandbabies. So tonight I'm going to be talking GLP-3. We're going to be talking drops versus shots. Like I know everyone in 2026, one of the biggest things that people say every new year, not just 2026, but every new year, people say, I want to lose weight. I want to lose weight. I want to do better. You know what? Here we are. Here we are. And what is one of the hottest things out there? What is one of the biggest buzzwords out there right now? It's GLP. People are talking about these shots, right? They're talking about them everywhere you go. It doesn't matter if you go to the grocery store, the hair salon, the nail salon, the barber shop. I mean, the auto shop. Like it doesn't matter where you go. You're seeing it on the news. You're seeing it in magazines. This is the buzzword. Now, there's a lot of people that are using these shots. There's a lot of people that are thinking about using the shots. There's a lot of people that are like, can I find out more information? They just want more information. There's all kinds of people out there. And then we have a group of people that have tried the shots and they're finding they're really expensive. We have people that are finding there's a lot of side effects. I've heard so many side effects. This week, I've heard of a couple different people having trouble with their eyesight. That was a new one for me as far as side effects. But so now I've heard stomach paralysis, I've heard nausea, I've heard diarrhea, I've heard constipation, I've heard headaches, acid reflux, all kinds of different possible side effects. There are people that I've heard have none. So, but within that, I know there's a lot of people that, like I said, they don't want to pay the high prices. They don't know if they want to put something synthetic in their body at all. And there's people that are like, I don't want any of those side effects. And then there's this GLP-3 drops versus shots, natural versus synthetic, costs less versus costs more. People are excited about this. And then they're like, okay, this is exciting, but does it work? Is it working for people? What's going on with this? You guys, it's working. And this isn't just a product that supports GLP-1. This product is binding to the GLP receptor. This binds to the GLP receptor. But like I said, within that, there's some caveats. This is binding to the GLP receptor all naturally. No synthetic, you guys, all natural, just all natural, but also no side effects. No side effects with this. People are loving it. So with that, I want to turn it over to our first testimonial because again, I could talk all day long. I can tell you how this is in the PDR, the physician's digital reference. I could tell you how has clinical studies. I could tell you all the science, but you know what? In the long of it, you know what you guys want? You want testimonials. You want social proof. You don't care about all my science. You don't care about this. You don't care. You know what you care about? Social proof. So let's jump to the social proof. So let's have our first testimonial. I'm going to turn it over to Curtis. Welcome.
Thanks, Lori. Can you hear me okay?
Gotcha.
Perfect. Okay. You guys, Curtis Thornton here from Post Falls, Idaho. I just can't tell you how big of a deal this is, and I don't think a lot of people actually know how big of a deal this is. When this first was introduced to us, one of the big things that, obviously weight loss is a great thing. I'm down 15 pounds in what, 5 or 6 weeks now. And that really wasn't even the main effect of that I was looking for. I'm a diabetic and I wanted something that was going to chase my blood sugar down. Being a diabetic, I mean, my numbers were kind of all over the place. I eat, as Laura can attest, I have a very strict diet I keep myself on. And I was just trying really hard to do everything without any medication. And when Dr. Dan was up on stage and he said this affects your insulin resistance, and it does a bunch of other stuff. And I was just, that's the one thing I heard. So I started it as soon as I got to the house. I started it, ordered it at the meeting that we were listening to, and I just can't tell you enough. There's the numbers that I'm achieving now personally. My experience with this, I have never in the past 3 to 4 years had this much good math in my life. Insulin numbers, I hate taking shots in the first place, but this takes your blood sugar. And everything that I've seen, it makes it completely manageable. I was going for, 25 to 30 to 50 units a day of insulin. And for the last 2 weeks, I've been down to like 9 to 12 units a day for insulin. It's just amazing. I've been absolutely blown away by this. So, like I said, can't say enough good stuff.
Wow. And Curtis, I just want to ask you real quick, are you just taking it once a day or are you taking it twice a day?
Now, I started out taking it once a day, thinking that was going to be enough. It does curb your appetite almost all day with just one 3/4 dropper. What I found for myself, and I know everybody's going to be different, I take about between a quarter and a half, about 20 minutes before each meal. So I take it 3 times a day. It does do a great job. It gets rid of all the background food noise and everything else. But that I have found that unit of measure before each meal just knocks the blood sugar down.
That is an incredible testimonial. And it's so important that thank you so much for sharing that, Curtis. It's so important that we hear these testimonials because all of our bodies are a little bit different. They're all different. And what you're going to hear tonight is you're going to hear all different people doing all different things. And everybody's body, again, is a little bit different. So, how you take it versus how someone else takes it, it's okay if it's different. It doesn't have to be the same. You guys realize even with these, people are taking different amounts. I mean, this is prescribed when someone's taking a GLP shot, it's prescribed by a doctor who's monitoring things. And, they increase it at a certain time. Sometimes they lower it at a certain time. Like, this is all different. This can be different too, because none of our bodies are the same. So I love that you shared that, Curtis. I can't thank you enough. So we're going to move on to our second testimonial. Jordan, welcome.
Thanks. Hi, my name is Jordan Worth. I'm from Michigan, and I started taking the GLP-3 about 7 weeks ago. I had just really been struggling with being consistent with dieting. I was trying to clean up my diet and eat healthier, but really struggled with cravings. I didn't really realize how bad they were until the food noise kind of disappeared after a week of taking the GLP. It just really made it easier for me to stay consistent with my nutrition and not feel like I was constantly fighting cravings. Um, One thing that I was really intentional about tracking was just like my body composition, not just necessarily the scale. I am down 18.6 pounds in 7 weeks. I've lost 12 inches overall. But I have a scale that like does body analysis composition, and I've actually gained 5.3% in muscle mass. So I have not lost any muscle mass. I'm down 5.7% in body fat. So the pounds I'm losing are fat, even though I'm still gaining muscle. So that was really nice to see that there was no muscle mass being lost. Um, but then another off the scale victory that I've had, I've struggled with hormonal migraines for 10 years. The only time I have not had a migraine is when I'm pregnant. My doctors have really just have seen specialists. They've really just said it's hormone related. You're just going to have to manage or take an as needed prescription. I have up until Sunday, I had not had a single migraine in 7 weeks. Sunday, I forgot to take my dose. We were busy at a water park, and I woke up with a migraine, and that was the first migraine I had had in 7 weeks, and I had skipped a dose. So that has been just life changing to not have migraines weekly. I have only been taking one dose every day. I kind of played with the times that I was taking it as I plateaued a little bit. I started the first couple taking it in the morning. Um, then kind of realized that really when I was struggling with snacking and cravings were when I'm home, not when I'm at work. So I started taking it about 2:30, 3 o'clock in the afternoon as I was leaving work, and really felt like that subsided my cravings in the afternoons when I was home. But yeah, a lot of off the scale victories. My grandma is also taking it. She's been taking it for about 4 weeks now. And she said she about fell out of her chair at the doctor's office the other day because she's on blood pressure medication, and this was the first regular blood pressure reading she's had in about 10 years. So lots of off the scale victories that we're seeing.
Wow. Wow. That is incredible. I mean, this is fantastic news, Jordan. Like I can't even I wrote some of these things down. 18.6 pounds. 12 inches and 5.3% gained in muscle mass. Is that correct? Did I write this down? Wow. And then
Yep.
those hormonal migraines, like there are so many people that suffer with migraines. Like that is I mean, wow. I mean, the wins that you have had personally, and then your grandma with her blood
Yeah.
pressure, like that is these are all huge. I mean, weight loss is huge, and I congratulations on 18.6. I mean, you must feel like a new woman, like in so many ways, though, not just the weight loss, but all of it. I mean, the muscle gain, the weight loss, not having, I mean, migraines are, I mean, that's a serious thing, you guys. Like, you can't function. Like, I've had a couple in my life. And it's debilitating. So to think that you were getting those as often as you were, Jordan, first of all, I'm so sorry that that was happening. But I'm so excited that you found something that is a relief that's not happening. And then the one time you missed, you had that migraine, but it's like, wow. I mean, what an
Yeah.
absolute blessing on so many levels. So thank you so much for sharing that. I guarantee you and Curtis already have blessed so many people on this Zoom. And there's people on the Zoom and there's people that they know that are like, they're probably like, oh my gosh, I got to share this recording. Like, people have to hear this. Weight loss, 100%, but there's other things going on with this product. So thank you again so much, Jordan, for sharing, and congratulations on all those big wins, not only for you, but also for your grandma now too. I love it. I love it. We just like
Thank you.
sharing. Yes. And blessing people. And you guys, one thing I want you all to know that not only do we have, I mean, GLP-3, this is a product that is just literally flying off the shelves. But I want you to know that we also have other amazing products. This isn't our only product. We don't have time on this Zoom to hit on all of them, but I do want to mention one. I'm going to mention a couple tonight, but one that I want to mention right now is I do want to mention our Purify because this is a gentle cleanse. And as we're losing weight, which you're going to hear all these testimonials, people losing weight, but as we're losing weight, it's important to cleanse our fat cells. We want to detox those fat cells because they hold on to so many toxins. So it's nice if we can detox those fat cells. And again, this is a gentle cleanse. This isn't going to be, oh my goodness, I took those. Now do I have to stay home today? Do I have to stay home? If I take them at night, do I have to, I take mine at night. Do I have to stay home tomorrow? No, you're going to be fine. You're not going to be stuck to the toilet. You can wear white pants if you choose to. Like, it's not that. When I say gentle, I mean gentle, but it is going to pull those toxins out. Not only is it going to pull the toxins out of your fat cells, which is also going to help slim you down a little, but what's going to happen is it's also going to detox your liver, your lungs, your colon, your kidney, and your biggest organ, your skin. So it's a fantastic product. I just wanted to make sure that you guys realize how well these pair together because it is important to detox our fat cells. So I do also want to let you know that all of the products that we're talking about tonight, with the highlight being our GLP-3, you can purchase these products at retail or you can purchase them at wholesale. I personally don't know why anyone would want to purchase them at retail when you can purchase them at wholesale, but completely up to you. I'm going to say what I always say, whatever floats your boat. But it would not float my boat to pay retail when I can pay wholesale. Now, how does wholesale pricing work? You're going to get with the person who invited you on this Zoom. They're going to share a link with you. It's as simple as a link. It's going to take you a couple minutes to key into that link. And what it is $30 one time a year opens up wholesale pricing for you. Whether you choose to order or you don't choose to order, whether you order once or you order all the time, that is a one-time $30. Again, they'll send you a link, whoever invited you on the Zoom. Now, if you want to pay retail, you can pay more. Like, no problem. They'll share a link with you and you can pay a higher price if you'd like. Again, don't know why you do that. I mean, people go to Costco, they get Costco memberships for whatever it is. I don't know, 100, $200, whatever they are now. I don't even know. But to open up wholesale pricing for a year. This is $30 to open up wholesale pricing for a year. So to me, I don't know why you would pay retail when you choose wholesale, but I'll say it one more time. Whatever floats your boat. So, okay, let's get on to our next testimonial. Dr. Josh, welcome.
Thanks, Lori. Dr. Josh Nidine. I'm a chiropractor out in Pocatello, Idaho. First off, Jordan, thank you, because I can think of patients that have the hormonal migraines, and I'm like, dang it. Now that I know this, I have a new thing I can give it and share with them. So anyway, I've been using the product for 48 days. I went through and counted, and I have lost, in my best Patrick Toussaint expression here, 35 pounds. So it's actually 35.4. It's been great, been losing the weight. If I had a picture to show you my before, my face was a lot rounder and it's starting to slim up. I have talked about how I was going to cut my belt. That is the section of my belt I cut off. That's how much off of my waist. That's 3 inches. If you can't really see that, but that's 3 inches off of my waist that I've lost. Definitely feeling better, happier. There's quite a bit that's changed, but anyway, that's fun. I've also been using a composition scale just over the last probably 2 weeks, I think is what we've had it. And I've watched our skeletal mass improve and go up, which, just like has been mentioned with the shot and other things, you worry about mass decrease. But anyway, I've lost that 35.4 pounds, and we'll keep going. So I'm at this spot that I always hang up on. So hopefully tomorrow I'll just be just past that one spot that I plateau at, but it's been coming off. So
Wow. Dr. Josh, that is incredible. I mean, the belt cutting. I
yep.
love the belt cutting. That has to feel so good, right? You
Oh
look
yeah.
fantastic. I mean, it's just incredible. I mean, again, 35.4, is that what it was? 0.4?
35.4, and that's been in just almost 7 weeks completed. So I'm at 48 days. After tomorrow will be 49 days completed. So
Wow. And
yeah.
how often are you taking it,
Oh
once a day, twice a day? Like
yeah,
what's your
thanks for
regimen?
reminding me there. I take it twice a day. I take half a drop or half a dropper before lunch, half a dropper before dinner. I've changed diet a little bit because I don't really eat out at fast food anymore. Whitney cooks good food, so she's making me healthy, and I don't drink soda. I haven't really changed my exercise part, so that's been about the same. The biggest thing is just where I choose to eat, and basically how often. I might go somewhere like to a Panera, or somewhere healthier, making healthier choices.
Yep, I
So
love that. And do you notice it's easier, like as far as the noise in your head, food noise, is it easier to make the healthier choices?
oh, 10 times easier. And like I've noticed, I drive by fast food all the time, and I don't even think, oh, I want to go there, I want to eat that. My daughter just had, like, we're members of the Church of Jesus Christ. She just had her mission, like she got her mission call. They had cookies and Rice Krispie treats. I didn't even touch one of those. I haven't had sugar in probably about 5 weeks or so. Like, I try to avoid, like, choosing it unless my daughters come and say, hey, I made this, you should try it. And then I got to be a sucker and be nice to them. But really, I don't go through that.
Oh,
I just saw the thing pop up with Purify. I do take Purify as well. I take Vitalite, and I also have started doing the Eternal. So, but really at the beginning, all I was doing was the Vitalite, the Purify, and the GLP-3. Got to figure out how to say that in a French accent or something, because everything else is French but GLP. So
I
anyway,
love it.
I'm gonna let Whitney. Oh, go ahead.
Powerful. Oh no, I was just saying how that is such a powerful testimonial. And I also love how you said, hearing Jordan's testimonial, you have several patients that suffer from hormonal migraines, and now you have something that they can try as well. So again, all these testimonials, each of you are helping so many people tonight here on this Zoom, but also this is being recorded, and the recording will go on and help so many people. So thank you, Dr. Josh. Thank you, Jordan. Thank you, Curtis, for being so transparent and being so willing to share your testimonials and what you're doing, how this product is working for you. It's such a lifeline for so many people. Now I know Whitney has a testimonial to share as well. Welcome, Whitney.
Hi. So to be honest, I was kind of Josh's test dummy. I don't need to lose a lot of weight. I always kind of had that extra 2 or 3 pounds that I wanted to lose, but he's like, I want to see what will happen if you take it. And from when I started about 5 weeks ago,
6 weeks.
6 weeks ago, I've lost 6 pounds, which I didn't. I'm like, I didn't even know I had 6 pounds to lose, so that was pretty awesome.
Actually, it's 7.
Oh, sorry, 7. and and I've toned up. I exercise a lot. It's my therapy, and so I exercise 5 times a week for at least 30 to 45 minutes. And my, us women have that extra layer of, I don't know, it's hard to tone up, and I've seen lots of toning happening. My mood swings during menstrual cycles they're not bad at all. So that's amazing. And my sleep has improved a ton. So I go to bed and I fall asleep, and I don't sit there and make the grocery list in my head or all the plans and everything. So it's been a lot of fun to see the scale go down, but also I really like to judge my muscle mass and stuff, and that has actually gone up quite a bit. I don't know the actual numbers, but so it's been really fun to see. So
Wow, Whitney, what an amazing testimonial. I mean, how crazy, 7 pounds when you really like had no weight to lose, but you're like, oh wow, well, I'll take that. I'll take
yeah,
that.
I'll
I mean,
I'll take a couple off of this or off of here.
right?
Yeah, no
I
problem.
mean,
She won't brag about the thigh gap this time again, but the thigh gap, it's gone. It's there. She can see between the thighs.
thigh gap is a big thing. That is definitely something to brag about. I like the thigh gap.
Yeah.
But
She also she's got a brand new pair of pants that she just bought not too long ago. They're baggy on her now.
Yeah, that was so sad. In the sense of like, oh, I just bought this really cute pair of pants and now they're getting too big.
And you know what? I am so glad that you brought up those pants and being too big, because I should have mentioned in the beginning, when I was talking about the negative side effects of this, the negative side effect of this could be your pants don't fit you anymore.
Yeah.
You're gonna need different pants. You might need a different belt. I mean, if there's negative side effects, that's what it's gonna be, is you might have to spend a little bit of money on some new clothes.
That's not a terrible thing.
Right? It's not a terrible thing, but but also the sleep. I mean, that's such a huge thing. And you know what I love that you mentioned, Whitney, is the mood swings. I mean, that's a big thing. I mean, hormones, mood swings during
Mm-hmm.
menstrual cycles. You guys, it's helping with that. Like weight loss, yes, we got it over and over and over and over, but we got even more. So I love that you mentioned that, and muscle mass up. That is a big, big thing. And, again, I keep hearing, people losing muscle with the shots. We're not losing muscle. Time and time again, people keep reporting they're gaining muscle. They're losing weight and gaining muscle. And I mean, I don't want to lose muscle mass. I can tell you that. And
Mm-mm.
I'll be quite honest, I don't want a flat butt. I do not want a flat butt. I see some of these people, and I mean, from the shots, they're starting to call them elephant butt now, because they kind of saggy and flat and wrinkly. And so that's what they're saying from these shots. They're calling them elephant butt. I'm like, I don't want an elephant butt. I like a little bit of a bubble, and I want to keep that. And if anything, I want to enhance it. I don't want an elephant butt. So
So
I'm glad
true.
you talked about the muscle mass. That's awesome. Okay, well, let's go on to our next testimonial. Paul, welcome. Oh, you're on mute, Paul.
Hi there, I'm Paul Lindbergh. I'm from Waterloo, Ontario, Canada. Just a few things about the GLP-3 that I started approximately about 3.5, 4 weeks ago. Actually down about 8 pounds. I'm an inch and a half off of my waistline. I've eliminated chips, cheese, and pop because I knew that they were empty calories and I was putting on quite a bit of weight. I was up to 212 pounds, and I can report to you right now that I'm 204. I've increased my water intake, and I'm sleeping better all of a sudden. And I would say for the past 2 years, I've been sleeping very erratic, and I can thank the GLP-3 for that. I feel much stronger. Even though I'm going into my 57th year, I feel like I'm 20 years old again. My skin tone has dramatically changed. My smile has increased, and my serotonin has gone up. It's been 38 years since I've been able to fit into, if you can see it, a 32 waist. So I'm excited about that. And
Wow. Paul, that is absolutely phenomenal. I mean, you're just having win after win after win. Like
I'm
that,
excited.
I wrote these down. I'm down 8 pounds, sleeping better, feeling stronger, feeling like a 20-year-old. You're 57. I love that you shared your age. I thank you for being transparent. You don't look 57. Serotonin is up. I mean, your skin quality, all of these things, again from the GLP. Like this is incredible. And I did see somebody in the chat asked about water intake. Are you drinking more water, the same amount of water? What are you feeling about your water intake?
I would say I'm probably drinking about 2 liters of water. That's Canadian version.
Okay.
So probably a gallon and a half.
Okay. Awesome.
Yep.
Awesome. Okay. Oh, wow. This is incredible. You look fantastic. I can tell. I can tell you're feeling fantastic. I mean, just yes. Whoa. Look at those guns, dude. That is awesome, Paul. You guys, these testimonials just make me smile. This is what it's about. This I can tell you this. I would not be talking about this if it wasn't something fantastic. I would not put my name on. My name means a lot to me. I would not be putting my name on this product if I didn't know that it worked beyond a shadow of a doubt and people are loving it. So, Paul, I cannot thank you enough for sharing, for being so transparent, and congratulations on all of those wins. What a fantastic testimonial. Like, you guys, this is just so fun. It's so fun to share with people. Like, again, everybody is talking about this. It is the buzzword of maybe the century. I don't know. I don't know if it'll be the century, but a long time. It is the major buzzword for a long time, and it's exciting. So I do want to mention two other products that we have. Like I said, we have fantastic products, and all of the products I'm talking about this evening, outside of just our GLP-3, they're all in the PDR, the Physician's Digital Reference. That is so huge, you guys. People out there will say, "Oh, Lori, there's a lot of supplements out there. What makes yours different?" Well, first of all, I mean, I could get into all the science, but again, I'm not going to get into all the science tonight, but we have the scientific studies. They're third-party studies. They're not in-house studies. Do you know how many companies will do in-house studies? That should be a little alarming to you when you say, "Oh, you have studies. Are they third party?" And they say, "No, they're in-house." Red flag, red flag. That should be alarming, okay? Ours are third party. Ours are in the PDR, the physician's digital reference. Like that is a huge thing, you guys. So I'm going to talk about Revive. So Revive, this is a product for inflammation, okay? It helps with inflammation, turmeric, curcumin, all kinds of great ingredients in here. I call these the little magic beans. If you have inflammation in your body, it's the number one cause of disease. Inflammation is, okay? So if we can keep the inflammation down, great. But this product also supports GLP. This is not binding to the receptor like this. It's a supportive product, but it is helping to support that GLP. This product, I wrote it down here, raises the GLP 293%. Okay, so GLP stands for glucagon-like protein. This raises that by 293%. That's a good thing. Okay, that's a great thing. Again, this binds to it just like this does. This helps to raise it. Okay, the other product that we have that helps to raise our GLP, our glucagon-like protein, is our Vitalite. It comes in a box, little drop down, and there's a supplement, a little packet of 5 supplements, okay? This is our Vitalite. I start my day with these every single day. So you're going to have your probiotics, your prebiotics, your greens, your omegas, your superfruit. All of this is in this little packet, and this is going to raise, this is a supporting product, raise the GLP by 348%. So these two products together are raising the GLP by over 641%. These two together, okay? Supportive products, not binding to the receptor, but supporting. This is binding to the receptor just like this. So you guys, again, incredible products. So if you want products that support, here we go. Bind, you can bind and you can support and you can detox those fat cells. Do we have other amazing products? Yes, yes, and yes, we do. I'm just not going to get into all of them tonight. I just want you guys to know that all of the products that I just shared on are in the PDR, the Physician's Digital Reference. Do you know how hard it is to get nutraceuticals in the PDR, in the Physician's Digital Reference? It's extremely hard. When you talk to people in other companies and they say, "Oh, I have this, I have that." Again, where are your studies? Are they third party? They're probably in-house. Are they in the PDR? No. What kind of delivery technology do they have? Delivery technology? What? What kind of absorption rates do they have? Absorption rates? What? You guys, we blow them all out of the water. There is no comparison. We have no competition. None. Not with our products. And nobody has this. Nobody has a drop that's binding to the GLP receptor except us. This is patented. It's got a 20-year patent on it. And guess what? When that patent runs out, we'll put another one on it. Nobody's going to have what we have. So we have no competition. Synthetic, natural. People would much rather use drops than give themselves shots wherever they want to poke it. I don't know. Just don't poke in your eye, right? Okay, let's go to our next testimony. Our next testimonial is Scott. Welcome, Scott.
Hello, I'm Scott Schaefer. I'm a nurse practitioner from Pocatello, Idaho. I started about 2 weeks ago. I started with doing 3/4 of a drop just before an hour before lunch and an hour before dinner, and that seemed to have kind of helped. But I gave it a big challenge because I started it at a difficult time. I had 2 weeks ago I lost my dad, and so um, all of the stress hormones and everything like that that came from it. Um, anyway, it was it was all the stress hormones and stuff that really come from with all that stress and the cortisol levels and stuff that I was like, okay. And so in 2 weeks, I've looked at this. The scale has shows nothing, but I didn't gain anything through that. Where I was eating all sorts of garbage and junk because eating my feelings, and so I was kind of surprised and pretty actually kind of excited that I didn't gain anything during that. Um, so, and then, so previously, being somebody that's used the GLP-1s before, I was curious to just kind of compare them and see, how do you feel on them? What's the difference? And it's been a huge, I mean, really, the food noise and the hunger control has been everywhere, every much as what the GLP-1 was. So, I mean, it's amazing the control from this product. So,
Oh, well, Scott, first of all, I am so sorry to hear about your
mhm,
dad and his passing.
mhm,
And, my heart goes out to you and your family. And, I'm very sorry. And thank you for being willing to share tonight. And thank you for being so transparent about that, because I'm sure that you're still really struggling and jumping on, being willing to jump on with all of us and also being willing to share that. I know that was hard. So I want to, number one, say thank you to you for doing that.
yeah,
And your testimonial, I mean, I think a lot of people, most people probably tend to turn to food when times are tough. I mean, it's just kind of a
mhm,
thing that a lot of us do. We do tend to eat our feelings, as you said,
mhm,
and to know that even during this difficult time when you felt like you were probably not eating the best, maybe even eating more, you didn't gain weight. So that is an impressive testimonial. it makes me sad that that is the testimonial due to, the surrounding circumstances, but it is a very, very powerful testimonial. I also love within your testimonial how you shared that you've taken the shot and you didn't notice a difference between this versus this, other than
Mhm.
we know this is all natural and it's drops. You didn't have to poke yourself, but you're getting that same result of, the scale. I mean, again, you're eating. I love that you shared that. I love that you shared that you have been eating poorly. And we all go through those times in our life where it's like, you know what? I just have been eating bad, but the scale didn't get heavier. So that's a really great thing. So again, I want to again say I'm so sorry about your dad, and prayers for that, prayers to you and to your family. And but again, thank you so much for sharing that and being transparent with everyone, because that testimonial will help a lot of people. It will help a lot of people. Appreciate you, Scott. Let's move on to Yolan. Let's hear Yolan's testimonial.
Hey, my name's Yolan. I live in Pocatello, Idaho, and I tried a different natural GLP before, and it didn't work for me. And in December, I went on a really strict diet. Had some health issues, so no sugar, but and watched really what I ate, checked my weight, and nothing happened. Like I stayed at the same weight. I tease or joke that I lost 400 pounds last year, but it was the same 4 pounds 100 times. But I never could get not even an ounce below that bottom number, nothing. And so I dragged my feet on this one, and I worked for Dr. Josh, and I noticed him losing weight, and I guess he hadn't been on it very long. I thought he'd been on it longer. So after work one day, I said, okay, I'm going to try it, but don't tell anybody, not even my husband. Do not tell a single person. I'm going to try it. And he let me take a bottle home. And I took it right then. So January 27th at 5:45 p.m., I took my first dose. And then I got up the next morning, and I really wasn't expecting anything because nothing really happened with the other one. And I was kind of like facetious, like, yeah, I'm going to see if I lost any weight. And I stood on the scale, and I was down 1.5 pounds. So that number that like was stuck was gone. And I wasn't telling my husband or anybody, so I couldn't really like celebrate with anybody. So that was a Wednesday morning. And then by Friday, I'd lost 5 pounds. And in less than 2 weeks, I went down 2 pant sizes. And then we went out of town for 5 days, and you can't really have control over your food like you do at home, right? So um, I did not gain any weight while I was out of town. I didn't lose any. I didn't gain any. I stayed right there. But while we were there, we were visiting my brother, and he said something about wanting to lose a few pounds. So I'm like, hang on a second. So I go across the hall, and I tell my husband, guess what? I've been taking this stuff, and this is what's happening, because I had to tell him if I was going to talk about it in the house, right? So he was totally on board. And then I came home, and I lost about another 4 or 5 pounds. So I probably lost around 10. And we went out of town another time for 5 days. And again, I didn't have control over my food, right? I watched one of your calls last week while we were eating pizza. And I haven't had pizza for a long time, and no sugar. Um, and I came home, I hadn't lost any weight, but I hadn't gained any. And then I came home, and I lost like a 0.5 pound. And so I lose weight a little bit, and then I hover for a little bit, and then I go down a little bit. So it's a healthy way to do it. So, uh,
Yes,
yeah.
congratulations, Yolanda. That is a very healthy way to do it. I love it. And I also within that testimonial, I love how you shared that you tried another natural GLP and it didn't work for you. And I mean, I know, I'm sure a lot of people on here, I'm sure you know now why it didn't work. It was a supportive product, but it wasn't binding to the receptor like this is. We are the only ones that have a product that binds to the receptor like the shot. We're the only ones. We're
Yeah.
the only ones playing in that sandbox, which I love. But again, within that story, how you lose weight and then you sit for a minute and you lose weight, but also going out of town twice and,
Yeah.
not eating the way you maybe would at home, but you didn't gain. Like that is such a big win. I mean, I love these stories and the pant size going down. How does that feel?
Great. The other thing I noticed is that I just have an overall sense of wellness, like uh, just happier, and I sleep better and I have more energy.
That is
So
incredible.
yeah, it's all great. I love it. And I have a 3 foot rule. If you're within 3 feet of my voice, I'm going to tell you about it. So I've told a lot of people. So
Right? I mean,
yeah.
who doesn't want people to feel better? I mean, when you say that, you just your overall well-being, like you feel better. There's so many reports of that, you guys. I love that you shared that, Yolan, because that is what people are noticing. I mean, they're having the weight loss, but they're feeling better and they're sleeping better. But again, when we can get our bodies working right, when we can start sleeping better, our bodies just do better. So all
Right.
of these things are so important. And I love that you shared that. I love that you're having the success. I also love how you shared at first you were just going to keep it a secret. I'm just going to keep this a secret. I'm just going to see. I love that. You're like, I don't know, because the last thing I tried, it didn't work. So
Yeah.
I just want to keep this a secret. But now you're not. Now you're shouting it from the rooftops.
No. And I actually did tell my sister after I started losing weight because I thought, okay, if she knew about this and waited till she got to her weight that she wanted, I'd be kind of mad that she didn't tell me along the journey. So I did tell her, but I made her promise not to tell anybody. So,
That is awesome.
but
And
I
one other question. Are you doing how about water or exercise or just people are always wondering, is there and how many droppers are you taking? Are you doing it once a day, twice a day? If you would just share a little on that.
So, Dr. Josh told me how he was taking it. So I take a half a dropper in the morning when I wake up, because if I don't do it right then, I'll forget. And then I take another half a dropper before I leave work, because if I don't, I'll forget. But occasionally I'll just do one in the morning and kind of change things up a little bit. And I notice when I do that, I really do not get hungry at all. And I have to force myself to eat something. So yeah,
That is
and the food cravings are gone, the food noise. I walked through Costco and just kind of looked at everything and walked past.
You
You know,
didn't need
we're
the samples.
no. The
I
only
think
time I
Dr.
did,
Chris shared on that last week. No, you didn't need all the samples.
no, the only time I did is when it's something that I had thought about buying, so I wanted to try to see if I liked it, but it wasn't like I had to run from cart to cart, to try all the samples. I just didn't care. And I did have some sugar while I was gone this last time because my sister-in-law made something yummy. But again, I didn't gain any weight. I didn't lose any weight, but I stayed the same, which was nice because even traveling causes inflammation. And the other thing is we stopped. We have a favorite place that we stop on our way to where we were going for lunch. And I said, as we walked in, I'm like, did you notice that we've driven, 4 hours or whatever it was, and we didn't snack at all? Neither of us. And we're snackers when we drive. So no snacks.
That is awesome. That
Yeah.
is absolutely incredible. And are you changing anything exercise or water wise?
I always have been drinking a lot of water, and I have a exercise program that it, it's a very simple one that I just exercise like 10 minutes a day in my anyway. That's a whole other story, but it's not a big, huge exercise.
Yeah,
It's
that's
it's
awesome.
not. Mm-mm.
No, that's
So
great. I just ask because people just want to know, and everybody, again, I'm going to say everybody is different. So people just love learning, what different people are doing.
yeah,
So thank you so much for sharing
I
that, Elon.
I'm not like Whitney. I don't love exercise. It's not my thing. So if I were like playing laser tag or dancing or something, fun, but just to go exercise, it's boring. We ride our bikes sometimes, but it is, early March. So no, I haven't been doing big, huge exercises.
Okay.
It's
All right. Well, I love it. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. And again, for being so transparent. I love that all of these testimonials, each one of you have shared so much valuable information. So thank you. Thank you to each of you again for doing that. And real quick, for those of you that are like, okay, they keep talking about these drops and three-fourths of a drop or a full dropper or, once a day, twice a day, three times a day. For those of you who have not seen this, I'm just going to show you real quick. So this is what the little dropper looks like. And it's just like this. I'm
Let's
going to
put it.
squeeze a little bit out there. And you just put it under your tongue and let it sit for a minute and swallow. It's that simple. Just let it sit there. It's in there. Just let it sit for a minute and swallow. That's it, you guys.
Only on mute.
They say orange mint. To me, I just taste the orange.
Not on
I don't
mute.
know. Everybody's a little bit different, but okay, so let's go to our next testimonial. Jordan, welcome, Jordan.
Oh, thank you so much, Lori. I appreciate you having me on. Mark, I thank you for suggesting I do this, even though I was kind of like, oh, really? But I started this. When did I start this? I started this on the 2nd, so last Monday. But before that, I was doing the shots, and I started with one compound pharmacy, and I didn't get nothing. I was complaining the whole time. I got a little bit of blurry vision, so I threw that one aside, and I started a second one. And that's actually this one right here. I still have some left over. It's here. So I took that one and still nothing, except I got really sensitive skin, like incredibly sensitive. So I stopped that again, and eventually I went on to the GLP 3 drops. And again, I started that on the 2nd, which was last Monday. As of what are we on, Wednesday right now? I took my weight. It was either Monday night or Tuesday morning. So on the 2nd, I weighed 304, or no, sorry, 214. I just added 100 pounds. Wow. 214. Like, wait a minute. Like, hey, I didn't do that. So I was 214. And as of this last, it was either Monday night or Tuesday morning, I hit 204. So officially 10 pounds. Now, I'll be honest, I actually didn't take my beginning weight for, I think, 2 or 3 days after I started. So I'm assuming I've got actually more, but officially I've got pictures to prove. I was going to try to put them in the chat, but I don't know how to do that. So if someone wants them, I'll show everything that they want. I'm very, very incredibly excited. I appreciate Mark for reaching out multiple times and basically smacking me like, what are you doing? So I finally did it. I'm brilliantly excited. I got a lot. I think this week is going to be even bigger.
Wow, Jordan, that is incredible. And there's so much within that testimonial, but when you were sharing first on the shot and how it wasn't working for you, which
Well, yeah.
yeah, some people it works, some people it doesn't, but you did have side effects, which one being that blurry vision, like that would scare me. That would be scary. So having blurry vision and then the sensitive skin, that's a new one for me. I haven't heard sensitive skin yet, but like I said, people are having all kinds of different things that are going on, different side effects. Now, what's crazy is this week, now you're the third person to talk vision this week that I've heard. So crazy that I keep hearing vision this week, and now I'm hearing sensitive skin too. Like, yeah, there are definitely possible, some people have none side effects with this, but not with this, unless you count that you got to possibly buy new clothes. Because now, Jordan, that might be a side effect. You might have
I,
to get some different clothes or a different belt. Oh, shoot.
I've got these jeans I bought at Boot Barn, and I absolutely freaking love them, and they're brand new. And I'm like, I'm ready. As soon as I fit in there, it's gonna be a new day. Like
I love
those are just, oh my gosh, I can't wait. And
I love
I
it.
took this bottle to my VA doctor and showed him what I was doing. And he got mad and said, you better stop that, blah, 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 blah. Like, oh my gosh, you're like my dad.
And I hear VA, so veterans always have my heart. So I want to say thank you so much for my freedoms. Thank you. I appreciate the freedoms that I have because of you and all veterans, all military on here. I can't thank you enough. So when I hear VA, Yeah, veterans always have my heart. So to all veterans on here, thank you for my freedoms and that we're
I
even able to
enjoyed
do this Zoom.
every minute of it.
Oh, appreciate you. So, wow, what a great testimony. And again, thank you so much for being so transparent and letting us know, that you tried the shots. These were, I mean, you didn't have results weight-wise, but you had some things going on that were not fun as far as side effects. But this is where you got the results weight-wise. Like started losing
And I'm
weight.
41, if that matters.
Wow, 41 years old and just now dropping the pounds. Now, have you changed your diet? Are you adding water, exercise? Like, let's hear that
A
part.
lot, I drink a lot more water now. I did have a thing with soda in the past. It's not like I like soda. I like the bubbles that it has. So sometimes, every now and then, I'll still go take a cup and get like one little squirt just to fill the bubbles, but then I throw it away. I just like the bubbles. But
Yeah.
I drink a lot of water for the most part. And I try to throw a few things in there like bone broth during the week. But it's definitely a lot of water at this point.
Okay, awesome. And how often are you taking it, Jordan? Are you doing once a day, twice a day? How much in your
I
dropper?
I do it probably a little bit different than most. I don't take like full drops or half drops. I drive a truck and I deliver lumber here in the valley, here in Phoenix, and go down to different places in the state. So in the morning, I'll take like, and I feel like they're small, like maybe 3 drops in the morning, sometimes four. And I keep a bottle with me 24/7. So I'll take that, and then towards the afternoon, I'll add a couple more drops, and I'm fine. I feel brilliant. Most of the time in the evening, I don't need to add anything, so I don't. Every now and then I do right before I go to bed because I feel like I sleep a little better. So so I take that just for that. But food wise, I don't need to take it at night. I do it for the sleep part.
That is awesome. That is awesome. Yeah, thank you for sharing that. And again, every single body, meaning each person's body, is a little bit different. So, how people take it, what works for them, is going to vary from person to person. And is there a specific diet you're supposed to follow? No. But obviously, I mean, I don't want you to take this, and I don't want to encourage people to be sitting and eating huge bowls of ice cream every single night. We're not encouraging that, but I mean, just you know, do better is what I say. I mean, if we all do a little bit better, this is going to quiet that food noise. Is there a specific diet? No, no. It's, whatever works for you. But again, this is going to help us do better because the food noise isn't there. We're not having the cravings. We're not feeling like snacking. That's what I notice. I don't feel like I have to snack. I don't it's just not something I'm thinking about like I was before. Like I felt like snacking more. I wanted to snack more, even in the evening. I like to snack in the evening. When I finally wind down, take my bath, get my jams on, and I'm gonna wind down before bed, it's like, oh, I need a little snack. I'm not doing that anymore. So yeah, I mean everybody is a little bit different, but this stuff is clearly working. So congratulations to you, Jordan. I mean, this is exciting. I love that you're just dropping the weight, and I love that this is doing it for you, and you're not having the side effects that you were having from this, but you're having the good stuff, which is the weight loss. And like I said, you might have to get some new clothes. Oh boy. Okay, let's go to our last testimonial of the evening, and I want to welcome Alex.
Hi guys, I'm Alex Lang. I'm in Michigan. I am a mom of three. My daughter is 8 months old, so kind of newly postpartum. I started taking GLP-3, I will admit, right after Dallas. I was the last one to sample the bottle, and there was still some left in the bottle, so it came home with me. And so I started on it right away. So however long that's been, and I'm down 13 and a half pounds so far. Postpartum after my daughter, I will admit, was by far the hardest for me. The weight did not come off like it did with the other two kids. Mentally, I was not great, mostly because I didn't feel like myself in my body. So I got bugged for months by, a lot of you know Shannon Schmidt. She bugged me for months, and I've known her for like 20 years. But I just shoved her off for a long time until I finally said yes, and I ended up going to Dallas, which I'm so thankful for her bugging me constantly, and finally saying yes to all of it, because I don't know where I would be postpartum. Probably not in a great headspace if I didn't say yes to this. So what it's done for me so far is I don't have the food noise. I am at home with the kids. I'm a stay-at-home mom right now, so I have the ability to snack all day long, and I don't feel the need for that. I totally feel like it's rewiring my brain. Like I just don't feel the need. I've almost caught myself like reaching for food, like just out of habit so much. And but then my brain would be like, no, I don't even want it. So the snacking's not there. I've really noticed a difference in my bloating, my cycles. I can't even believe how well I felt during my cycles. I know after having my daughter, I was like, is my stomach just always going to be like this? Like, is this life now? Like, just so bloated. Um, but now I'm like, I'm down a full pant size for sure. And I feel so good. So good. I was a big Diet Coke girl there for a while too. And I don't have the desire to drink the Diet Coke. Um, and I am right now, I'm taking 3/4 of a dropper full. Um, I take that around 10, 11 o'clock, and then I'll eat my breakfast. If I feel super snacky, I'll take a couple more drops towards the evening, but usually it's about 3/4 of a dropper full. Um, and then, yeah, that's about it.
Wow. And have you added any exercise regimen?
Oh,
How about water?
yeah. So I do Peloton rides a few times a week. So usually 30 minutes of exercise at least a day to get my body moving. Um, and I've definitely felt an increase in energy with the GLP-3 and my mood. For sure, my mood.
Oh, Alex,
Yeah.
I love your testimony. I mean, these testimonials are priceless. So I wrote several things down. I mean, my goodness, 13.5
Yeah.
pounds down. Like that is absolutely incredible. And I know I have to go back to one of the things you said. You were talking about Shannon and Shannon wanting to share with you, share with you, share with you. And I know you were like, oh my goodness, she's bugging me, whatever. But you know what? She was loving on you.
Yeah.
She loves, I know you know that, but she didn't give up on you because she loves you. And there's people that are on this Zoom right now, and thank goodness somebody didn't give up on you. It's because they care about you. And they hear these testimonials and they hear these things going on, and they're like, oh my gosh, if you just knew, if you just realized, like you got to hear about this. So whoever didn't give up on you, give them a big hug, send them a thank you because this stuff is working. And I know how you feel about Shannon. I know you love her to the utmost, her and Eric and the girls. And oh my goodness, I'm so glad that she didn't give up on you. You're a complete rock star. And you know what? The weight loss. I mean, how incredible is that? Stay at home mom. And you talked about, postpartum and struggling a little bit with that, but this is enhancing the mood. Also, menstrual cycles. I mean, that's a big deal. And if this can help during that time with hormones, with bloating, with all of those things, you guys, there's so much more that's going on with this product than just weight loss. Like, this is incredible. So, I wrote down so many things, Alex. No food noise, rewiring your brain. You feel like it's rewiring your brain. That was a big, bold statement. And I love it because I think so many people on here would agree that was just great verbiage of what it feels like. Like my brain is being rewired. So I love that verbiage that you shared. So I can't thank you enough. You look fantastic. I mean, it's incredible. Stay at home mom, just losing the pounds. Like she said, she's around the food all the time. She could be snacking, but
Yeah.
she's
And that's
choosing
what I
not.
was doing
Yep.
all day long.
Yep. I totally get it. I
Yeah.
I I totally get it. So but how cool is that? Like you said, the rewiring of the brain. So I just have to thank you as well, Alex, for being so transparent. We had So many fantastic testimonials. A big thank you again to Curtis, Jordan, Dr. Josh, Paul, Scott, Yolan, Jordan, and Alex. Like, you guys shared so much priceless information tonight that is blessing people not only tonight, but this recording will bless people. So, anyone who needs the recording, reach out to the person who invited you on the Zoom. They can get the recording to you. But also, if you're sitting here going, gosh, I want to get my hands on that. Now, not only do I want to get my hands on the GLP-3, maybe you're interested in some of the other products we briefly mentioned tonight. Get with the person who invited you on the Zoom and let them know I'm interested in getting those products in my hand. One of the first questions they're going to ask you is, would you like to pay retail or would you like to pay wholesale? Again, whatever floats your boat. I don't understand why anyone would want to pay wholesale when $30 one time a year opens up. Why anyone would want to pay retail when you can pay wholesale $30 once a year opens up the wholesale pricing. It's like, but whatever you want to do. Now, if you're going, gosh, everyone is talking about GLP-3. Like, I totally get this. And when I hear that, I'm thinking, is there a way that when I share this, I could maybe get my product paid for? Yes, there absolutely is a way that that can happen. Is there any way that if I share with a lot of people, because everybody's talking about this, but they would probably prefer this, is there a way that I could make some side income? Yes, there's a way you could make some side income. Would it be enough where maybe I could start a retirement fund or a fun fund or getting my hair done fund or a nail fund or taking my family out to Sunday brunch once a week? Is there a way I could do that? Yes, there is. Is there a way I could do more than that? Yes, there is. And it just so happens tomorrow night, my husband, Mr. Greg Ferraro, is going to be sharing on how you can create a side income with this, how you can get your product paid for, how you can create a retirement fund or a fun fund or a hair fund or whatever it may be. Or maybe you like to go to the stock car races, a stock car races fund. I don't know what it is. Maybe you like to go antiquing or you like to remodel cars in the garage. We can help you create a fund for that. And he's going to be sharing tomorrow evening. Tomorrow evening, when he shares, there's going to be testimonial after testimonial after testimonial. It's going to be very similar to tonight, except instead of talking about weight loss, it's going to be talking about people making money because of this product, people getting their product paid for, people creating retirement funds, people creating beyond that, people earning a lot of money because of this product, because everybody is talking about this. And when they find out you have this, it game over, game over. Just sharing this Zoom, game over. People are so excited to know that we have an all natural GLP that's binding to the receptor, that's helping people lose weight, that's helping people to sleep better, helping to lower blood pressure, helping to lower insulin levels, helping with migraines. I mean, we could go on and on and on, helping with countenance. I mean, on and on and on about this product. So if you want the link to tomorrow night Zoom, again, let the person know who invited you on this Zoom. I would like the link for tomorrow evening. I would like to jump on and hear all the testimonials of people creating a plan B with this GLP-3 because this is a GLP revolution. It is the buzzword right now. And you guys put on your business hat and jump on tomorrow night Zoom. So with that, I want to thank each and every one of you for jumping on, spending a little bit of time with us. And again, thank you to all of our testimonials. Appreciate everybody. Have a great evening. See you guys soon.